Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to replace the battery on this 2012 MacBook Pro. This is a 15-inch model A1398. So first what you're going to want to do is get the pentalobe screwdriver and remove all the screws from the bottom. I'm going to have to try and do this as quick as possible because I have my customer coming soon. Ended up having too many repairs to work on at once, so kind of fell behind. Let's see. So anyways, remove all the screws, put them in the pattern that you remove them. So you see this rectangle shape, just put them back in that shape on your table, and that way you can make sure you put back the same screw where you got it from. The two screws back here are shorter than the rest, so keep that in mind if you are replacing your screws, not to get those mixed up. All right. Okay, so once we get all 10 screws removed from the bottom, okay, we're gonna have to remove this cover. I think I worked on this one to replace the, what did I replace on this? The speakers or something? So replacing the battery, it's probably gonna be already clean inside here. Relatively clean, yep. All right, so we're gonna be replacing the battery now. So this battery, let's make sure that the replacement is the same, because if we don't have the same, then it's not going to fit. So this 2012 model, the battery model number is A1417. So here you can see A1417. Oops, there you go. So you want to make sure this battery, the connector goes off to the side slightly. All right, so we're going to remove this battery and then we're going to put the new one. So to remove the battery, what you want to do, of course, make sure the MacBook is off. I think I already turned it off. Yep. All right, and then to remove the connector here, just tilt it up. Here you can see the lip of the battery connector. Just pull that up just like that. Usually I'll use 2 fingers and then pull up on the corners like this. Okay, so we're gonna need a T5 screwdriver to remove the battery. So you're gonna lift this up. Underneath there's a screw here. We're gonna undo that. Okay, so remove that T5 screw. Again, you want to keep these screws in order because they are different size, shapes, and lengths. There's another T5 screw here. All right. And then you're going to want to undo 2 of the speaker screws on each side. So there's these 2 screws. We're going to remove those just to make it easier to get underneath when we go to pry it out. Okay, remove those 2. Same thing with the other side. Remove these 2. It's too bad they didn't have the battery issue earlier, because then I could have actually replaced it at the same time. It's easier when you actually have the speakers completely removed. Anyways, so once we remove the 2 screws here, you can see the battery connector kind of can come up. So that's what we need. And then we're going to have to pry out the battery here. So to get out the battery, I use a thin pry tool like this. And then what you do is you lift up the speaker slightly so that you can get the tool underneath, okay, just like this. And then we're gonna basically just push the tool through the adhesive. It's like a foam adhesive, so actually when you push the tool through, it's just cutting the layer of foam. Okay, just like that. And we get that up. After that, you can lift this battery pack up. You don't have to hold the go underneath the speaker anymore. And then we'll cut the foam under here as well. Okay, just like this. Okay, and just go all the way down. And then you can go over sideways to cut the adhesive over here. All right. Usually it'll be tough to get the part right under here because there's a screw mount there. So once you're done cutting the rest, you can check by like sliding the tool around like that. Then you can just slowly pull up on it like this. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do that on the other side as well. Pull up this tab here. Same thing, the speaker. You don't want to yank it too far because you don't want to crack this speaker in half. Okay, so just enough so that you can get the tool under there. All right. And then, of course, just push the tool through, okay? And just go through. Okay, just like that. If you want, usually when you lift up the speaker here, it'll be kind of dusty, but since I already replaced it, it should be clean, and then you can brush that off with a toothbrush, okay? All right, so we'll lift that battery pack up and then we'll go ahead and continue scraping this as well. Okay, just like this. Okay. This adhesive is actually cutting relatively easy. A lot of times it's actually a lot harder. And then I'm going to tilt the thing over to that side, just like before. And then I'll slide the tool back and forth, side to side, to make sure it's all cut. All right, and then we're going to pry this up just like the other one. Just like that. All right. And then when you get to these two packs, you do have to get the tool slightly up, because underneath there's the trackpad. So the trackpad, let me see if I can show you here. It's raised slightly there. So as you see, you have to get the tool slightly above. If you go here, you hit the aluminum, so you have to go slightly above there. And I've done this enough times that I can do it without actually looking. But yeah, basically you lift the pack up, get the tool in, and then just same thing. Let me zoom out so you can see a little bit better. There you go. And then also you want to be careful not to make the tool go this way while you're prying this battery. You want to actually go this way, because the trackpad cable right here, it goes underneath. And if you go that way, you can actually cut into the trackpad cable. So when you're doing this, you actually want to try and keep away from that area. Okay, you want to be very careful not to accidentally hit the trackpad connector. All right, so same thing, just continue going down. Again, you have to get the tool slightly higher so it clears the raised trackpad area. Okay. Just like that. Okay, and just keep going. If you want, you can lift up both packs to make it easier. Okay, just like this. There we go, and then try and make sure to cut all the way down the entire battery pack. Okay, I'm going to lift up and cut over this way, and make sure I get the entire thing cut. There we go. Now we're going to flip it around, do the same thing. Okay. Removing this isn't so bad. It's more removing the adhesive underneath that's a pain after we cut all of this. You'll see what I mean in a bit. Okay, then lift this up again, get underneath both. Just going to continue cutting all the adhesive out. Sorry, my head's getting in the way. You get the point. All right. Once you've gotten enough up, you can actually lift this whole thing up. If it helps, you can actually get the tool going from this side, just to make sure you cut all the adhesive out. Okay, there we go. Now that we got all the adhesive out, you can lift all these little packs up at the same time. Okay, lift them all up and out, and then pull this whole pack forward like this, and there you go. That's how you remove the old battery pack. Here you can see underneath. Okay, I'm going to set those aside. You don't want to accidentally puncture these. If there's battery charge in it, they can actually go up in flames, so you want to be very careful not to damage those battery packs. Okay, so now we're going to remove the adhesive from here. So kind of scrape it up. Hopefully this isn't the kind of adhesive that tears really easily. Some of the adhesive holds together really well, and then you can actually, I think this is the 2012, so it's probably not going to come out right. Yeah. So this kind I have to like peel, and it doesn't want to come out easily. So what I'm probably going to have to just scrape all of this adhesive off. It doesn't look like I can peel this kind of adhesive up. See, you try and peel it, and then it just all shreds up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just use my tool and just scrape all of this old adhesive up. There will be adhesive residue left underneath. Can't really do much about that. You can use some rubbing alcohol to try and clean it a little bit, but it'll take a long time to get all that residue off. So I'll clean it just enough to make sure that the new battery will stick properly, but other than that, that's all there is to this. So I'm going to continue scraping all of this off. If you want, you can fast forward through, or you can just follow along in real time as you do this as well. Okay. Here we go. Okay, the customer's asking when they can pick it up, but I think they said 4 o'clock. That's about another half hour or so. Alright, so continue scraping this up. This is the kind of adhesive that you can't peel up. You have to just shred it all. Okay, so we're just going to continue scraping all of this adhesive off. If anything, what you can do is you can leave the new battery connected, but it's better if you have it attached to the aluminum. It helps disperse heat. So maybe I can just do it all in one pass. Let's try. Not really. Kind of, a little bit. Okay. I'm going to go to this side. Let's see if I can do it in one go. A little bit. I don't know if that's faster, but I don't know why the 2012 model, they use either maybe the adhesive is just older. I don't know, but you can't peel this kind of adhesive for some reason. This is tiring on the hands. I need a special tool for scraping this stuff off, I think. Kind of wonder, they have some plastic like razor blades. I wonder if that would work. I should buy some of those and give it a shot, because it'll make my job a lot easier. Okay. Oh, it's actually coming up this way. Nice. Okay. the worst adhesive to have to remove. Okay. Alright, got most of it out. Let's go to the other side. Do the same thing. It's gonna be awkward. I don't know. There we go. Flip this over. There has to be a better tool to do this. Almost there. Okay. All right. this off. Hopefully it won't be too difficult either. Yeah, there's no way this will just peel up. Uh-oh, someone's calling me. I'm gonna have to wait though. I'm almost there. Uh-oh. The customer's still asking, so I need to hurry up. Actually, I'm gonna pause the video and then I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Hopefully I can finish this in time. They'll be here in about 20 minutes. I think that should be enough time. Continue scraping out this stuff. Okay, that's good. This one's coming out a bit easier while doing this. So I guess I'll just continue scraping it this way for this. Okay. Alright, 3 more. Only 2 more pieces. Come on. This one's a lot more difficult. Let's try. Let's do it this way, I guess. Nope, never mind. Okay. Almost there. Okay. Last one. And then we're gonna clean it up a little bit with rubbing alcohol. Not gonna make it perfectly clean, but good enough just to get a decent adhesion from the replacement battery. Almost there. There we go. Alright, and here's the part of the trackpad I was mentioning that you can accidentally damage if you were to just pry the tool through. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a piece of paper towel, okay, and then I'm going to get some isopropyl rubbing alcohol and just wet that on there. And then I'm going to just rub it to try and get a little bit of this adhesive residue out to make it stick a little bit better. Okay, so here you can see the adhesive residue, or hopefully you can see it's getting eaten up. If you want, you can put some of the rubbing alcohol in there, but it's better to keep it on the paper towel so it doesn't end up everywhere in the MacBook if you accidentally spill it or something. So here you can see most of the residue is coming out. Okay. Alright, continue on this side. Alright. After you get most of it out, get the paper towel, flip it over so you get a clean side. Continue wiping it. You want to be careful of this trackpad cable. Again, it's going to be very difficult to get all the residue out, so don't worry if you can't get all of it out. You just want to get a lot of it to where the adhesive can stick better. Okay, throw that one away. Let's get a new piece. If you want, you can continue wiping with more and more rubbing alcohol, getting a new piece of paper, and you can eventually get all the residue out, but there's not really a point. Like, once you get most of it out, that to where the battery can stick, that's all you need. Okay. Alright, this one probably needs a lot more. I'm getting a phone call right now. I might have to finish this repair. Okay, so we got pretty much most of it out. There are little bits of black stuff in here that's still stuck. If you want, you can kind of scrape it up. Once you scrape up all that black stuff, then you can go ahead and use the paper towel again, and it should come out a lot easier. Okay. Put some more rubbing alcohol on this thing. Alright, here you can see after I scraped up those black pieces, now it's coming out a lot easier. Okay, I might use one more clean paper towel to finish this off. Okay, and another piece. off. Okay. And there we go. So now that we got this mostly cleaned up, we're just going to get the new battery and plop it in place. Clean this up a little bit more. Okay, good enough. There you go. Alright, so we're going to get the replacement battery. The replacement battery has this plastic on top, and that's to keep the battery packs aligned. So to remove the adhesive, you got this blue one. You just peel this up. Okay. If you notice, I was doing a test alignment, seeing if the battery would fit okay. So when you put the battery, you have to put it at an angle like this, slide it underneath, slowly let it drop down. Make sure the screw holes here line up. I'm gonna have to look over the top to see this. Okay, make sure that these screw holes can line up properly. You can adjust it afterwards, so it's not a big deal if it's not completely aligned. And then once you get that, you can slowly drop this in. And then make sure to push these battery packs completely down to make sure that they get a good solid connection. All right, now we're gonna put back the T5 screws. So we'll put back the screws for the speakers here. Okay. Just like this. All right. And then put back the battery screws. So I like to loosely fit it first. Make sure that they are completely aligned, and then you can tighten it down. Okay. So you can see this one slightly moved. Make sure to hold it in place, and then put that down. If you want, you can get the sticker from the old battery to transfer over, because this doesn't have that sticker. They did put some foam in its place. But if you want, you can transfer over this sticker to cover the little screw holes. Alright, to put the battery back, a lot of times this part's not bent all the way, so you have to manually like bend it. Let me see if I can zoom in. So if you were to try and fit it now, the connector, as you can see, is going beyond the actual connector. So what you have to do is bend the wires like this. I use my fingers and then push them down, so that way it folds inside downwards. Then you want to look from the top and get the top corners in first. So just get the top corners in. Once you get the two top corners in, then you can actually just push it down just like that. All right. And that's all there is to this. Hopefully this video helped you guys. If it did, like and subscribe. Help others find my videos. Again, I'm just going to put this foam piece back on top. And then after you're done, everything is seated. You can test to see if the battery packs are going to move around or shake out of place. They seem good. So now we can peel off this clear layer. Oops. Now we can peel off this clear layer. Okay. So just like this, you can tell that the battery's holding in place because this is not pulling up the battery packs. All right, again, push them down one more time. Make sure everything's nice and snug. Close the cover. And then put back the pentalobe 1.2 or P5 screws, okay? So just put back all those screws. Just like that. Oop, let me zoom out a little more. There we go. Oops. Almost done. There's one more thing that you have to do after replacing the battery. You want to do a PRAM and SMC reset This resets any like BIOS memory settings, just in case the Mac will remember any of those, and that should complete the repair. So let me finish putting these screws back in, and then I will show how to do that. Okay, there we go. Got all the screws back in. All right, plug it back in. All right, if the battery's not charged to over 90%, you should see this light is orange. Oh, it turned itself on. But you should see that this light is orange. I don't know if it's even visible or not. Maybe I need to put the black phone to make it easier to see. It's still not really visible. The silver's too bright. But anyways, to do a PRAM reset, what you want to do on the left side, well, first make sure your computer is turned off. So I'm going to shut it down completely. All right. Then what you want to do, probably going to have to zoom out for you to see this. But okay. So what you do is Control Option Shift on the left side. When you press the power button, this light will go green. I'm going to keep holding the Option key in case it turns itself on, but it goes back to orange. So that's how you know you did the SMC reset properly. To do the PRAM reset, what you want to do, make sure the computer is off, and then press the power button, and then do Command Option P and R. Hold that down. You should hear the chime or see the screen come on, and then it will go off. That's how you know that you did the PRAM reset right. Once you let go, you'll hear the chime go louder the second time. If you had your volume muted, then after doing the PRAM reset, you won't hear the chime the first time, but after you do the PRAM reset, you'll hear the chime loudly. You don't have to let go of the PRAM, the Command Option P and R right away. You can actually keep holding it and it'll keep doing a PRAM reset until you let go. So yeah, but that's pretty much all there is to this. Hopefully this video helped you guys. If it did, please like and subscribe, help others find my videos. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.